Let's now just wade a bit into the territory of education. I mean, with what you do, education is the conduit. Free SHS. And then feeding problems, other problems in there, and the failure to admit that a review is needed. Then we can talk about the recent deal about tablets being given. You know, that promise was made all the way in about 2016 about giving, laptops and tablets to teachers and students, for a matter of fact. You look at the recent bit, even the costing, and everything in there is problematic. But let's move away from that. There are schools under trees, children studying on the floor, and some have asked, students hungry in our schools, will they eat the tablets? It's not a bad thing, no. And going digital is good, yes. But is that the most pressing need? What's your reaction?
Well, I know there are challenges, and I'm not an expert in that area. I've not really digested these things. But I think that we have challenges in the education sector. One particular thing was brought to my attention 2 days ago. One of the young men who work for me at home has a nephew who did mechanical engineering in one of the polytechnics in this country. So I asked the man, what did your nephew study? He says, he studied to repair big machines. So I called the young man. I said, so what did you do? He said, well, we did engineering, but I did CNC, that is computer numerical control and so on. I said, so did you practice on equipment? He said, no, we never had one piece of equipment to practice on. We were taught the theory, and I have completed. And so I asked myself, what can this young man do with whatever he was taught? Yeah. So the education must be targeted. Education is there to help us solve our problems. See, if we don't do it well, because human beings are the only creatures that have to go to school to solve our challenges. I mean, the bees, I'm saying it all the time, bees don't learn biochemistry, but they produce their honey, many other things. But we have to learn. So if we are not able to meet our challenges, do things for ourselves, then it means our education system is faulty. That's how I take it. And so from there...
Our educational system is faulty.
Yes. So we've been doing SHS, free SHS. If there are challenges, we have to sit down and say, how do we resolve these challenges? A review may be necessary, change certain things.
Do you think, from everything you've read, seen, do you think there are challenges?
I think so. I mean, every sensible person will have to review your activities and not say that what I started 7 years ago is still the best. Because if we look at the feeding, is that, even one can talk about it. Can't there be a proper feeding center in a district where the food will be prepared and then maybe shipped to the various schools in that vicinity? So that the food will be uniform, well examined, and catering officers and dietitians. This is what I think, that we need to look at all these things. I'm not saying that we should go that way, but there should be a review of how we are teaching them, how we are feeding them, and so on. It's necessary.